Peace world. I go by steady changing. I'm making this video because I felt extremely compelled after I saw what happened at, I believe it's called the Wee Spa in Los Angeles. It really tugged on my heart because I am a survivor of childhood sexual assault by grown men, and it just hits different. Um, and the reason it hits different is because I've always felt like nobody cared enough or did enough. And now I see that even out in the world, little girls aren't protected, women aren't protected. I mean, I've been seeing that, right? But it's just, this is a blatant, let's say, sign of disrespect and carelessness and apathy. And it actually seems like an element of war to just deprive women of their safety, their comfortability, because someone else says that they want to be a woman, even though they were born a man. And now that man feels he has free reign to go into women's areas and be naked in front of them and their children, get in jacuzzis with them and their children. No, this is all so wrong. This is monstrous. And I feel like in the video, these employees tried to gaslight this woman and tried to get her to understand that they can't discriminate against someone who feels, like they are what they say they are. But how are you going to tell people to accept something that goes against what their eyes can see? Our eyes, we've been using them since we were born to identify things. And now, in this day and age, people are telling us your eyes are deceiving you. No, I would never let somebody tell me that my nature deceives me. That's not the case. That nature, all of these senses are God's gifts to us so that we can make good, sound decisions. And I just feel like the world is expecting people to accept this like it's nothing. And I'm sorry, but the jig is up. You're not about to get people to accept this. Anybody who does accept this, I'm telling you, they have an alternate agenda. Anybody who accepts this could be a pedophile, could be a pervert. You don't know who these people actually are. And it just seems like at the end of the day, this is starting to look like a bunch of privilege. It's starting to look like a bunch of white privilege. It's just in a different lens. Because even that level of comfortability and gall to think you can go walk into a woman's area regardless of how you look, regardless of your nature, while children are there and get naked, it's another type of privilege that disgusts me. And the fact that this man stayed in that jacuzzi while all these women left outraged, I just I just wonder, what is the world coming to? And I've always questioned, is my intuition correct? Does it seem like it's really going insane? Is it like borderline psycho land, And I'm convinced that it is now. After seeing this video, I lost all doubt that I could be wrong about where my nation, I don't even want to say that, about where this nation is headed, about where the world is headed, our world. Because forget all these nations, our world is headed in this direction. And am I the only one who's afraid or creeped out by the idea? I have a daughter. My daughter has to grow up in this world. She's only 2 now. If she's 2 now, and there are places in the United States that are allowing grown men to enter naked while young girls are still, underage girls are still there. And let's not forget to mention while women are there, we matter. We are grown up underage girls. It just seems like a huge slap in the face. It's just like, y'all don't matter. You never mattered. And don't get me wrong, I know I matter. I'm just spewing the rhetoric of these monsters. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I feel for all the women that were there. I feel for those little girls. They're going to remember that forever. I've had incidents happen to me as a child that have never gone away. From probably as young as 5 years old. And as a 10-year-old, one of my abusers, one night while I was asleep, and it was actually my mom's ex-husband, while I was putting my little sister to sleep in the living room couch, walked in the living room like it was nothing, butt-ass naked, and grabbed my little sister to take her back to the room. I just tried to pretend like I was asleep. Mind you, this man didn't start touching me until I was a little older. But that was a huge sign right there. Why was he comfortable coming and walking in there with nothing on? I understand it was 2 a.m. Trust me, I went over all these excuses in my head from childhood to adulthood. None of it makes sense. That was monstrous behavior. That was very predator-like, you know? And this person who went into this spa seems like a predator. Seems like he throws his privilege around. Seems like he throws his privilege around. It's not okay. And I'm so proud of that black lady for standing up and saying, so if I want to be a white woman and get all the white women's privileges today, I can do that, right? No, you can't. No one's ever going to see us as that. We don't want to be that. Let me make that clear. It's just in this system where there's a different majority, or just things are skewed. Based on your perception of fair, things might not seem fair, right? But we don't want to be white. That was just a point to be made, living in a system that is dominated by whites. Seemingly so, anyway, because I'm very careful about that type of language. Would any white person ever accept a black person or any other color that don't look close to white saying, I know I was born this way, but y'all not getting it. I really don't feel like I'm black. And nobody's gonna tell me I'm black. Like, clownery, foolishness. And the fact that they are defending it, and the fact that this is a part of California's law, that you can't discriminate. Maybe we should bring this down to sexual organs and not how a person goddamn feels, okay? Maybe we should bring it to, if you have a vagina, you can go where other people with vaginas are. If you have a penis, then you go with the people who have penises, period. I just feel like everybody should be in outrage because of this. I feel like nobody should accept this bullshit because it's a bunch of bullshit. It's disgusting, it's trifling, and it's fucking outrageous. It's borderline vibes of like slavery. You know how slavery makes no sense to nobody? Like, clearly a bunch of monstrous ass, greedy ass people did what they thought they needed to do to get where they thought they needed to be. This is the same feeling, like that this is absolutely wrong, and why is it being justified right now, and why are my rights being infringed upon so heavily? This is just a message to say I am in cahoots with you, sis, whoever you are. I'm in cahoots with all the other women and girls, children, period, who have ever had to experience some nonsense like this. I'm sorry for y'all. I just pray that it stops. I pray that this video grants a tiny bit of awareness into the mind of a sane young black woman who's not taking this bullshit anymore. Y'all need to just cut it out. And the thing is, y'all, they not gonna cut it out. What needs to be done is the same type of energy that lady brought in that video. We need to maintain that. If you feel how you feel, then you stand on that, just like somebody else is gonna stand on theirs. You stand on it and you do not falter. Period. But yeah, man. Can't speak on this anymore. I just had to say something. Like, this is not how I ever planned to debut my YouTube channel or anything like that. Like, and I've always wanted to make one for different reasons, but this, I feel like the whole world needs to make a video or a statement if you are a part of the online society or the online world. Stand up and say something. If you heard about this, make your side known. I need to know who believes in this shit and who doesn't, because it's starting to be a thick line between the sane and the insane in this country. A thick, thick, thick line. And the problem is people stand on how they feel, whether it's crazy to you or not. So we might as well all just maintain our feelings, how we feel. I'm not saying be ignorant to other people's experiences or be against change. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is follow your intuition. Do what's best for you. Don't follow what somebody else says just because they are, trying to emotionally convict you. It is what it is, man. I feel how I feel and you feel how you feel. And I know that those women felt unsafe and disrespected and not cared for. Like, man, shit is absurd, y'all. It's not okay. It's not okay. So yeah, I mean, this is about to sound typical, but let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section, because I just feel like I want to talk to. I need to gauge. I'm a loner. I spend a lot of my time by myself. I need to gauge what the public thinks about this. I need to see what other people think. What is going on? It's like I don't even know how to feel or think all the way. I feel like I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Things are getting dangerous. Y'all need to make sure y'all self-govern and that you stand on your 10 toes at all times. Don't let nobody have you out here faltering. We just as strong as the next. We all are. Don't let nobody convince you that they deserve more or less, any of that. Like, we all on equal playing field. Like I said earlier, the perception of inequality is definitely based on the individual. I know that if you just look at the cover of America or the United States, it seems heavily skewed, heavily unequal. But I like to look at things from different perspectives. I've always felt equal. I've always felt equal. Let me say that one more time. Regardless of this system, regardless of this world, I've always felt equal. The universe, my God, whatever, made me how I am on purpose. And I love it. Gave me my experiences on purpose, and I love them. They have helped curate this beautiful person that I am. So no, I don't see it as I'm always discriminated upon and treated unfairly. I don't see life like that at all. Because I think that being sick in the mind and in the heart is much, much, much worse and detrimental than not having something that is of material. I have lots of love. Lots of it. I love myself. I know myself. I accept all that comes to me because it's mine. It's my life. It's my experience. I'm viewing it the way I'm supposed to view it, the way that best suits me to help me. maintain the best life that I can while I'm here. This is the greatest gift. So while we here, let's make it actually mean something, right? Don't just stand for anything, please. Please. I don't care about the public opinion. I don't care about a group of people disagreeing with me. I don't care. How I feel is how I feel, and I'm just only going to inspire other people to stand strong in how they feel. That's all I want to do. Like I said, I don't want you to be ignorant or apathetic to what other people feel. But at the end of the day, know how you feel is valid. And if it's nature, if it feels like your natural instinct, don't let somebody tell you that's wrong. You know, these days you're just gonna take the punches as they come from the people who don't want you to feel like how you feel. And it's crazy because this sounds like I could be talking about trans women or regular women. But I want to make it very, very clear. I'm speaking on behalf of natural born women. The end.